We live in a time of changing educational needs, but also, more than any other time in history, we have tools and services to help us disperse knowledge, discoveries, and information so that there may be more learners than ever learning in more diverse ways. To use the idea of knowledge as a kind of organism that grows, you might say that initially the easiest way to learn is on one's own, a self-guided learner who accesses independent sources of information, perhaps over the internet. The problem with this approach to learning is a kind of pot-bound effect caused by learning resources being self-referential and entirely self-contained. So these may be taxonomies and thesaurus and other information. They're generally bound together. So it is information published for its own sake, and the learner really takes what they can from it. The next kind of format, and possibly the most common, is large cohort learning. So I would arrive with another large group of people to learn from experts who provide the same material for all of us to learn from. And I attend those kind of events because I'm a learner and I just want to learn. Perhaps I want to improve my career in the future, but I go there just to learn. So here, going back to the pot-bound metaphor, the information is being dispersed. It's motivated knowledge. But as in this image, it's kind of limited as to how far it can go and how well it can disperse. So I may go, attend a lecture, and not use that information at all because it isn't really pertinent to my job. But what if knowledge, information, evidence, expertise were able to disperse out into the world and effectively poke up through the cracks and appear where it was needed in the form that it was needed? In other words, just in time and just in place. In this case, you might imagine that knowledge and education differ for every single student. And each student is a professional with diverse needs, diverse challenges in front of them today, tomorrow morning, which they suddenly need education for. The first group we refer to as curated knowledge. So library knowledge, website knowledge, searchable knowledge, and it's open, findable, and these days it's very well organized thanks to the semantic web. The second group we can think of as knowledge in dispersal, or knowledge that's motivated, and it also has a willing audience, so people are willing to get together and obtain knowledge from a central point. The third class, possibly the newest class, we would like to call delivered knowledge. So it's expertise and knowledge just in time, just in place, and its effect is to change practices as they occur. And these changes occurring effectively at the coalface, where the rubber meets the road, this has the ability to illustrate a different future and to scale up. And who are the consumers of these different services? Well, anyone can go hunt for stuff on the internet, the general public. Our consumers of curated and motivated knowledge are people who want to do courses, people looking for expertise in a certain area. Here we say they are through networks. They may be policymakers or CEOs. But the final class of learners are the people who are at work, who can't leave work, and who have immediate, real-time needs for solutions to the problems in front of them. And they can't go back to uni, and they can't scout around the web. This group of people, the motivated people, the people that we want to activate to change the world, these are the people who will receive delivered knowledge.